Welcome to our exploration of cross-cultural negotiations. In today's globalized world, professionals often find themselves working with partners from diverse backgrounds. Understanding how to navigate these negotiations is essential for building successful international relationships. Throughout this video, we'll uncover the key principles, challenges, and strategies that can help you thrive in multicultural settings. Whether you're new to global business or looking to refine your skills, this journey will provide practical insights and real-world examples. Let's begin by understanding what makes cross-cultural negotiations unique and why they matter more than ever. Cross-cultural negotiation refers to the process where individuals or groups from different cultural backgrounds come together to reach an agreement. Unlike domestic negotiations, these interactions involve navigating varying communication styles, values, and expectations. Recognizing these differences is the first step toward effective collaboration. By understanding the cultural context, negotiators can avoid misunderstandings and foster mutual respect. In the following scenes, we'll break down the core elements that shape cross-cultural negotiations and how you can prepare for them. Cultural awareness is the foundation of successful cross-cultural negotiations. It involves recognizing your own cultural biases and being open to learning about others. This awareness helps you interpret behaviors, gestures, and communication styles that may differ from your own. For example, what is considered polite in one culture might be seen as too direct in another. By developing cultural sensitivity, you can build trust and rapport, which are crucial for reaching agreement. Let's explore how to cultivate this awareness in practical ways. Communication styles can vary widely across cultures. Some cultures value directness and clarity, while others prefer subtlety and reading between the lines. For instance, negotiators from the United States may be more explicit, whereas those from Japan might use indirect language to maintain harmony. Being aware of these differences allows you to adapt your approach and avoid misinterpretations. In cross-cultural negotiations, listening actively and observing nonverbal cues are just as important as the words spoken. Cultures can be categorized as high context or low context based on how they communicate. High context cultures, like those in Japan or the Middle East, rely heavily on implicit messages and shared understanding. Low context cultures, such as the United States or Germany, prioritize explicit communication and clear instructions. Recognizing where your negotiation partner falls on this spectrum helps you tailor your messaging and avoid confusion. Adjusting your style can make your intentions clearer and foster smoother interactions. Nonverbal communication, such as gestures, facial expressions, and body language, plays a significant role in cross-cultural negotiations. In some cultures, a firm handshake is a sign of confidence, while in others, it may be seen as aggressive. Eye contact, personal space, and even silence can carry different meanings. Being attentive to these cues helps you interpret your counterpart's reactions and adjust your behavior accordingly. Let's look at some common nonverbal signals and their cultural interpretations. Trust is the cornerstone of any successful negotiation, but how it's built can differ across cultures. In some societies, trust is established through personal relationships and repeated interactions. In others, it's based on contracts and formal agreements. Understanding these preferences allows you to approach negotiations in a way that resonates with your counterpart. Investing time in relationship-building activities, such as sharing meals or informal conversations, can pave the way for smoother business dealings. Negotiation styles are shaped by cultural norms and values. For example, some cultures emphasize consensus and group harmony, while others prioritize individual achievement and assertiveness. In China, negotiations may involve lengthy discussions and patience, whereas in Germany, efficiency and punctuality are highly valued. By researching your counterpart's cultural background, you can anticipate their approach and adapt your strategy for better outcome. Hierarchy plays a significant role in many cultures, influencing who speaks, who decides, and how negotiations unfold. In hierarchical cultures such as those in India or South Korea, deference to seniority is expected. In more egalitarian societies like Sweden or Australia, everyone's input is valued. Recognizing these dynamics helps you identify decision makers and show appropriate respect, which can be crucial for moving negotiations forward. Decision-making processes can vary widely. Some cultures prefer collective decision-making, involving multiple stakeholders and seeking consensus. Others may rely on a single leader to make the final call. Understanding these preferences allows you to set realistic expectations for the negotiation timeline and process. Patience and flexibility are key when navigating different decision-making styles, ensuring that all voices are heard and respected. Time perception can influence negotiation strategies. In some cultures, punctuality and strict deadlines are essential, while others view time more flexibly. For instance, Latin American and Middle Eastern cultures may prioritize relationship building over rigid schedules. Being aware of these differences helps you manage expectations and avoid frustration. Flexibility and understanding can go a long way in building goodwill and reaching agreement. Thorough preparation is crucial for cross-cultural negotiations. This includes researching your counterpart's cultural background, business etiquette, and negotiation style. Anticipate potential challenges and plan your approach accordingly. Preparation also involves clarifying your objectives, understanding possible concessions, and identifying areas for compromise. The more prepared you are, the more confidently you can navigate complex interaction. Initial tone of a negotiation can set the stage for the entire process. In some cultures, formal greetings and rituals are important, while others prefer a more casual approach. Pay attention to how your counterpart initiates conversation and mirror their style when appropriate. A respectful and open demeanor helps establish trust and signals your willingness to collaborate. Active listening is a vital skill in cross-cultural negotiations. It involves not only hearing the words but also understanding the underlying intentions and emotions. Show that you're engaged by nodding, paraphrasing, and asking clarifying questions. This demonstrates respect and helps prevent misunderstandings. By listening actively, you can uncover hidden interests and find common ground more easily. Conflict is a natural part of negotiations, but how it's handled can differ across cultures. Some cultures address disagreements directly, while others prefer to avoid confrontation and maintain harmony. Recognize these preferences and adapt your conflict resolution strategies accordingly. Focus on finding win-win solutions and maintaining positive relationships, even when disagreements arise. Empathy allows you to see the negotiation from your counterpart's perspective. By understanding their motivations, concerns, and constraints, you can propose solutions that address both parties' needs. Empathy fosters trust and collaboration, making it easier to overcome obstacles and reach mutually beneficial agreements. Practice putting yourself in the other person's shoes to enhance your negotiation outcome. Flexibility is key when communicating across cultures. Adjust your language, tone, and body language to suit your audience. Avoid jargon, idioms, or humor that may not translate well. When in doubt, opt for clear and simple language. This adaptability shows respect for your counterpart's culture and helps ensure your message is understood as intended. Negotiating in a language that isn't your native tongue adds another layer of complexity. Be patient with yourself and your counterpart, and don't hesitate to ask for clarification if something is unclear. Using interpreters or translation tools can help bridge language gaps, but always double-check for accuracy. Clear communication is essential for avoiding misunderstandings and building trust. Etiquette and protocol can vary greatly across cultures, affecting everything from greetings to gift-giving. Researching these customs shows respect and helps you avoid unintentional offenses. For example, exchanging business cards with both hands is customary in Japan, while punctuality is highly valued in Germany. Small gestures can make a big difference in building rapport and credibility. The process of making and responding to offers can differ across cultures. In some cultures, initial offers are expected to be high, leaving room for negotiation. In others, a fair offer is presented up front. Understanding these norms helps you interpret your counterpart's intentions and respond appropriately. Be prepared to negotiate in stages and remain patient throughout the process. Patience is a virtue in cross-cultural negotiations. Some cultures view lengthy discussions as a sign of respect and thoroughness, while others may expect quick decisions. Rushing the process can damage relationships and hinder agreement. Allow time for reflection, consultation, and consensus building. Demonstrating patience signals your commitment to a positive outcome. Some situations, involving a neutral third-party mediator, can help bridge cultural gaps and resolve impasses. Mediators can facilitate communication, clarify misunderstandings, and propose creative solutions. This approach is especially useful when trust is low or when negotiations have stalled. Choosing a mediator respected by all parties increases the chances of a successful outcome. Once an agreement is reached, documenting the terms clearly is essential. Written contracts help prevent misunderstandings and provide a reference for future interactions. In some cultures, a handshake or verbal agreement may suffice, but it's wise to follow up with written confirmation. Ensure that all parties understand and agree to the terms before finalizing the deal. Negotiation doesn't end when the deal is signed. Following up with your counterpart shows professionalism and helps maintain the relationship. Express gratitude, confirm next steps, and address any outstanding issues promptly. Regular communication builds trust and lays the groundwork for future collaborations. Every cross-cultural negotiation is a learning opportunity. Reflect on what went well and what could be improved for next time. Seek feedback from colleagues or mentors with international experience. Continuous learning helps you refine your approach and become a more effective negotiator in diverse settings. Even experienced negotiators can fall into common traps such as making assumptions, overlooking cultural cues, or rushing the process. Stay vigilant and open-minded throughout the negotiation. Avoid stereotyping and treat each counterpart as an individual. By being aware of these pitfalls, you can navigate challenges more effectively and achieve better results. Let's look at a real-world example. When American and Japanese companies negotiate, differences in communication and decision-making often arise. Americans may expect quick decisions and direct answers, while Japanese negotiators value consensus and indirect communication. By understanding these differences, both sides can adjust their expectations and find common ground, leading to successful partnerships. Negotiations between German and Brazilian companies, time perception and formality often differ. Germans value punctuality and detailed contracts, while Brazilians may prioritize relationship building and flexibility. Recognizing these preferences helps negotiators avoid frustration and build stronger business ties. Adapting to each other's styles leads to more productive outcomes. Negotiations between Chinese and British companies highlight the importance of hierarchy and relationship building. Chinese negotiators may defer to senior leaders and invest time in building trust, while British counterparts might expect more direct communication and quicker decisions. Understanding these cultural nuances helps both sides navigate the process smoothly and reach mutually beneficial agreements. Navigating cross-cultural negotiations requires awareness, adaptability, and empathy. By understanding cultural differences, preparing thoroughly, and building trust, you can achieve successful outcomes in any international setting. Remember to stay patient, communicate clearly, and learn from each experience. With these strategies, you'll be well equipped to handle the complexities of global negotiations and foster lasting partnerships around the world.